Hey guys, it's me Andrea, and I have some icon related questions that I'm gonna be answering. You guys have sent to me, and they're all there. Most of them are about icons. Some of them are just personal Vampire Diary questions that you guys sent in. So here we go. My favorite part of season 1. There was so much, and I always like this question. I got it asked, and then I'm like always give a different answer because it's like so much happened. Okay, so we're gonna start in order, hopefully. First thing, the fact that like Catherine and Elena look alike, and like how that affected the whole storyline, and how I never thought that it would get to this whole doppelganger sacrifice stuff in second season, but just of the fact that first season it was more Stefan was in love with the same girl that looks just like somebody else. That's really what drew me into the show, that it was like really awkward, and like Stefan was in love with somebody just because she looked like his ex-girlfriend, which I thought was like really weird, but then it happens. Second thing was Lexi. I really liked the whole Lexi storyline, and then they brought that back in second season. I know I'm talking about second season a lot, just ignore me. But yes, I really like Lexi and the fact that I was like Stefan's friend, and then we got to know more second season. The other thing was Anna, Team Anna for life. Yes, Team Anna for life.
I was so devastated when Kevin Williams and Juliet Black killed her out. Everything's so horrible.
True story. I cry a lot when I watch this show. I'm not an emotional person in life, so whatever about things, and I won't cry, and it takes really long for me not to cry over something. And then Vampire Diaries, I think that's where all my emotions go off. That show, it kills me. I really liked that Catherine came back at the end, and that was so badass because Catherine's badass. Favorite encounter and favorite person that you met at EyeCon. So we're just gonna go with it. Favorite encounter at EyeCon. That's a good one. Favorite person that I they didn't say. Well, somebody else wrote actor, so I'm gonna say for that one, I'm just gonna go with the favorite person that I met personally. There were so many of you guys, and I'm a super shy person. And this is one thing that somebody said. They're like, you're screaming at us in your vlogs, and you're so out and you're so open, but then you're so shy right here in person when I meet you. And I was like, I'm sorry, I'm a really shy person. I just meeting all of you guys that I met, and hanging out with Chelsea, Paige, and my friend from Denmark, Jeanette, and Tanya, and Ray. You guys were just all awesome. And I met so many of you guys from the Vampire Diaries, that are fans. All my TVDers, that's what I call you guys, my TVDers. I met a bunch of you guys. And it was awesome. And this was my first convention ever. First con ever, and it was pretty epic. And I was happy that I met a lot of you guys, because you guys are so sweet and awesome. So there's not one person that I loved meeting. I mean, I got to meet everybody. I met a bunch of people from the VRO, Vampire Support, TVD News, Vampire Diaries Online. All of you guys are just all so awesome. And I was a really shy person though, but a bunch of you guys were Andrea 2D, Andrea Lisa, and I was yeah, that's me. I'm a really shy person. It's all good, but not on my videos, so it's me. Don't worry about it. I got to meet Jason, people from iHeart2D, Tasha, Nikki. All you guys are so awesome, and I'm so glad that I got to meet all you guys, because you guys are just awesome people. I felt like I was there with my family. True story. But I was all over the place, so I'm sorry if you didn't see me. And I'm also a very shy person. That's my answer for everything. Favorite memory of meeting one of the actors from the Vampire Diaries. Okay, there are so many, but I have two. My favorite. Well, everybody knows that I'm so Team Tyler, so we're just gonna go with that one, because this goes with some other questions I got asked about how was it meeting Michael Trevino. So we're gonna say my first encounter was with I met Rob Prago. He was the first person I met. So I'm standing at the carnival, and he's behind me, but I didn't know, because I got into the carnival late, around almost 10 o'clock, because there was that pool thing afterwards, and I'm just sitting there chilling, and then some guy's can you move? And I was who is telling me to move? So I turn around, and it's Rob's security dude or whatever, that guy that was a total dick. I don't care if I said that and you're watching this guy, you were a dick. And even the actors themselves said you were a dick. So congratulations, you won the Dick Award. So then he was can you move please? And I'm who is this? And then Rob's Andrea from Michael's birthday video. And I was it's Mayor Lockwood. Let me bow down to you. No. So I was yeah, come here. So he was so nice, and he was gave me a hug, and he was so how are you, sweetie? And I'm I'm good, how are you? And it was so really cool. And that was the first encounter with somebody. And the next question was, how was it meeting Michael Trevino? So here, this is what makes me laugh the most. Me and Michael, he follows me on Twitter, I follow him on Twitter, we talk on Twitter, and it's I'm a really normal person. I even make fun of the guy, and he laughs about it. Hopefully he's not throwing darts. Like, he has a picture of me in his room and throwing darts at it, you know what I mean? Because I always make fun of him. Ghetto Mexican. It's a joke that everybody makes on Twitter. Now I just feel look. Anyways, moving on to the question. Line ready to take our pictures. This is the second time that he's, like, back, right? So I'm like, breathing. Everybody's like, breathe, you're gonna be fine. I was like, I don't know, I'm scared. I don't know why I'm scared. But I was, like, shaking in fear. It's about to be my turn there, but my friends made me go first. That's the worst part. And, like, somebody was recording me afterwards. So, like, go, Andre, go. So, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. So then it was my turn to go. And then I was like, hey. And he's like, no way, Andre. To give me a hug. And I'm just, like, shaking in fear. And it was pretty awesome because, like, he knew who I was. But this was me. Like, I felt like I had diabetes going on. I was shaking in fear. And he was like, no. And he gives me a huge hug. And I was like, oh, he, like, knows who I am. And I was like, oh. And then I was really shy. I wish I could have been more open. But it was awesome. And he's like, I'll talk to you in a bit. And I was like, uh-huh. He was just so nice. And I was so nervous about the whole thing. But I don't even know why I was nervous to begin with. But then I got to chat with him a bunch of times, though, at EyeCon. He was just so nice. And he was just such a lovely person. And Michael just, like, he was just so nice. And I like how he got to interact with me. Because I got to hang out with him for a little bit. And he was so sweet. He's a really sweet guy, and I recommend that you guys ever meet Michael. You guys need to go up to him and say hi, because he is so sweet. But now on to my second favorite thing, like, my favorite thing that happened at EyeCon. I got called a bitch. I got called a bitch. It was so horrible, because I didn't even do anything. No, I'm not going to cry. You're, like, about to throw tissues at the computer. No. I got called a bitch. And it was epic, because, no, it's not nothing bad. It's the case for my phone. You guys are so dirty-minded. So what had happened was, I got my autograph from Michael, and then, I only gave him a ceramic thing that I made, and he's like, I want my signs, and I was like, yeah, like, I'll bring them to you down there, and he's like, alright, you better, and I was like, I will. He's like, yeah, because I want my signs, and I was like, but I was, like, really nervous while I'm talking to him, and he's all open about it. He's like, I want my signs, and I'm like, yeah, like, I'll get you your signs, like, don't hurt me. I want to live. No, he's so sweet. So we're down there by the masquerade ball, like, before you walk in. I'm waiting for my friend, because she was upstairs grabbing some stuff, so I'm sitting there with my other two friends. So we're sitting there just chilling, and then Michael comes up, and I was like, Trevino, I have your signs, do you want them? He's like, yeah, come here. So we go over there with him and his assistant, like, some bodyguard dudes that looked like they wanted to, like, kill me, too, because they did. Like, when I got my hug from Michael, the security guy was such a dick. I'm talking about the same one that was with Rob Prago on Friday, who was like, hey. And I was like, you're an asshole. You're a dick. I don't care that I'm cussing this video. I'm sorry, but that guy was a total dick because he didn't let Michael. Like, Michael hugged me, and the guy was like, don't hug, like, a picture. And I was like, he hugged me. Like, I was too nervous to do anything. Anyways, back to my thing. Back to the point. Look, this is what happened. I start ramaging, and I start talking about other situations that don't really matter. Back in the masquerade ball, outside. Michael's like, come here, yeah. I go with him with his assistant. I was like, look, here are his signs. And he's like looking through them. I was like, oh, these are dope, awesome, I love them. He's like, are they all in here? And I was like, yeah, not really. There's like 3 missing. But because I need to know that they were missing. It's all good, Michael. I don't even know where they are. I lost them, sorry. I give him his signs and everything. And then, like, as soon as he's about to walk in, he's like, thank you so much. And he gives me a hug and a kiss on the cheek. And then he's like, love you. And then, like, he walks off. And then, this girl behind me, she looked like she was 12 years old. Because there was 2 of them. She goes, ew, why did she get special treatment? What a bitch. And I was like, wasn't even going to do anything because I don't want to end up in jail, you know, 18, and then you go to jail because you hit some little 12-year-old girl, minors, you know how that works. Team Stefan or Team Damon? This question. Team Stefan, I'm sorry, I'm Team Stefan. I love Stefan because of the way he is, but if I'm Delena, it's because Damon can't have her. So I feel like once Damon has Elena, I won't like them together. Because I like the fact that Damon can't have Elena, but he's, like, deeply in love with her. You know what I mean? So that's how I am, Team Stelena and Delena. I'm like both. But I'm just going on how the show goes because I like the fact that Damon can't have Elena, but he loves her. Favorite girl on Vampire Diaries, dead or alive? They say that because they know I'm Team Anna. Team Anna. And really Team Caroline because, you know, Caroline's awesome. And I really like the way Caroline's character has portrayed up. She was like this spoiled little brat that thought she was a shit and cheerleader, and she just thought the world revolved around her, and now she's growing up more, realizing this life isn't a joke. I like her now. I've always liked Caroline just because I like the storyline of her. What do I think Klaus is going to be like? Okay, Klaus. or it's Klaus. I'm terrified. Joseph Morgan's tweets scared the shit out of me. I gotta be honest with you. Like, some of his tweets are like, I don't even want to meet the guy. Like, going on set, I like didn't want to run into him because it's like, you might kill me. I don't want to meet you. No, thank you. I'm like terrified. No. So, let alone if I'm scared of Joseph Morgan, I think I'm gonna be terrified of Klaus. That's how I see it. For Caroline, would I like Forwood or would I like Matt and Caroline? I don't know, guys. I mean, I love Matt Donovan just because he doesn't know anything. But Caroline really likes Matt. And then there's like, but Tyler, because I really like Tyler for Caroline. But then I really like Matt for Caroline. And then it's like, I don't know who should be with who. And I heard that love triangle is going to end really bad. And somebody's going to end up dying. That's pretty much how I'm leaving it. I don't know. Team Matt, Mr. Blue Eyes. Or Team Tyler, Mr. Chocolate Brown Eyes. I don't know why I use my own eyes as the example. Like, this is their eyes. Tyler could compare with Caroline because he knows about all this stuff. Matt, on the other hand, you tell homeboy that, like, Caroline's a vampire, and he jumps to the conclusion, what did you do to my sister, blah, blah, blah. Goes to tell Sheriff Forbes and crap. It's like, no, what is wrong with you, Matt Donovan? Last question. Is there any funny stories from EyeCon that you would like to share with us? Did you enjoy it? I was about to say, did you enjoy it? Nobody told me these stories at EyeCon. Something that I want to share with you guys that I haven't already. But probably when Steven told me that I broke his heart and that he's going to end up sending me to jail. Steven's like, hey, how are you? How's everything? And I was like, I'm good. And then he's all, so how are you like this? I'm like, it's good. And then I don't know, somebody in my table asked, could we get a picture? And the lady's like, no picture. I was like, oh yeah, see, that's why your brother is my favorite. He's like, what? And I was like, yeah, we took pictures and we made a vlog and we got FaceTime. And he's like, oh, thanks. Heartbroken. And I was like, oh no. And I gave him a hug. And he's like, my brother's too young for you anyways. And I was like, jerk. Don't send me to jail, Steven. Because, you know, it's going to go bad if you send me to jail. Going on how EyeCon is really unorganized. So I'm just going to talk about it because I feel the right to talk about it. But I'm not blaming anyone because I am really good friends with Kenny and Autumn and all those people that like organize this. I'm really good friends with them. But I just feel like nobody understood each other to the fact that everything was really unorganized. I mean, they probably never did an event this big with these big of fans that are like really wild. Like when I heard Ian Somerhalder was booked to this event, I was terrified for my life too. So that's how I felt, you know. I felt that there was just a lot of pressure going on into this and nobody was understanding each other. So if it was really unorganized, it was because of that. Don't blame anybody who made this because I'm really good friends with Kenny and Josh and everybody that was there. So thank you for the event, guys. All throughout, I had a blast at EyeCon. I got to meet Michael, to meet Ian Somerhalder, Paul Wesley, to meet Stephen McQueen. I got to meet his brother and his mom and Candace, Akla, Matt Davis. I got to meet everybody except for Nina at Graham. Besides that, oh, and Sarah Cannon from Jenna, yeah. Bye, guys. I love you. Follow me on Twitter. Yes, under TVD, under Lisette. You know how it works.